Check. Let me see what I got going on. Check. Okay. All right. Y'all see what's up on the screen? Okay. 5 horrifying ways enslaved African men were sexually exploited and abused by their white masters. Some of y'all probably don't see the importance of this. Okay. When was the last time you saw a productive black man in white media? You know, the hero, the responsible black man, an example for black children. When was the last time? Okay, the music. Y'all know we don't control the music, but but the music owned by white people promote drug use, infidelity and hoeing and everything else that's detrimental to families. That's not owned by us. So just think about that. Children have to have an example to become productive men and women, to become a productive man or a woman that someone wants to marry and spend their life with. We have to have an example. If we don't have to have an example, then why go to school and learn how to do anything then, if we just learn everything on our own? All right. Let me get into this. Let me see here. See what the title is. Okay, you see the title. It said rape. Shockingly, the rape of enslaved men was prevalent as the raping of enslaved women. But somehow, in this media, black men is labeled a rapist. That's why I got to do stuff like this. People holler, black folks are the most violent and all this and that. You even got Candace talking like that. But the history don't back it up. We don't have to hide our history. Okay, so they raping the men, the women, and the children. Let's just not get it twisted. All right, now, however, the issue of enslaved men as rape victims has been mainly undiscovered. No, it ain't been undiscovered. It's been hid. Like you want to hide your history and call it some critical race theory. It ain't been undiscovered. You talking about undiscovered. You mean it's been hidden. Shallow wall. It ain't hid. I mean, it ain't undiscovered. You have to watch how they try to word and sugarcoat things. See, the reason why I can spot when they sugarcoat it, because when they writing on black folk, the gloves come off and ain't no filter on their mouth. All right. Due to the fact that men are generally shy to voice out that they had been raped by male merchants or their owners. Look, think about that. I'm going to tell you why that's a lie. Due to the fact that men were generally shy to voice out that they had been raped. These devils raped the men in front of their wives and their children. They raped them in front of their families. You didn't have to admit nothing. Everybody saw it. Who is this? Who wrote this? Face to Face Africa. I'm just wondering, you trace the money back down. Probably gonna be fun about some white folks. I don't know. I'm just saying but anyway. All right. Aside from being shy, the issue of enslaved men being raped was not believable because many of them that raped them were married or had several girls. What does that mean? So cause somebody had a girlfriend or they were married, they won't rape nobody, they won't rape a man. That's the logic behind that. We doing that. But you got rapists that's married all the time, they still raping. You got people that got girlfriends still raping. So just because it's in an article, and they said the issue of enslaved men being raped was not believed because the men that raped them were married and had several. So okay, according to this article, a person being raped, you can't believe that a person got raped if the rapist had a wife and several girlfriends. according to this article. Think about that, fam. Unpack that. I just read this. Okay. Let me see. Let me go on down. Okay. There was also no physical evidence to show that they were actually being raped. Okay. Well, if there's no physical evidence, there's probably nobody willing to say nothing, which they have good reason to be quiet. Why they do rape kits today then? If there ain't no physical evidence. I can't believe. I'm almost certain this is a black looking publication. But nevertheless, I'm gonna keep going. I didn't read part 3, page 3. I didn't read this. I glanced over. All right, now. There was no physical evidence to show that they was actually being raped. They did not get pregnant or show physical hurt. If a man doesn't rape you, you're gonna be able to tell. Trust me. You're gonna be able to tell. So that's a lie. All right, the raping of enslaved men was very common in this. Very common. So this very common. But yet they love making these slave movies. That we don't have no, they control that. They love making these slave movies because they get to leave out what they want to leave out. All right. I told you, these people, they shouldn't be telling our history because they look like they are incapable of telling the truth. The real truth, anyway. They're going to put some kind of slant on it. All right. The raping of enslaved men was very common in the southern. No, it was everywhere. It's everywhere, even in Jamaica. All right, Cuban, it was a huge part of the slave system by the Spanish. Now they're trying to shift everything on the Spanish. All right, let me go. Many enslaved men were raped on ships and had secret sex forms and at secret sex forms and seasoned plantation. And season is where they buck breaking the men. That's where they raping the men. They got plantation just for raping men. That's what that means. They got a whole plantation for raping men. That's what this is. For homosexual slave owners, which were very popular in the Caribbean, they were also killed if they rebelled. All right. The rape enslaved men was an open secret for several years. How is it an open secret and it's hidden? How is it an open secret? Never mind. All right. For several years during the slave trade days, enslaved men was also forced to have sex with their master's wives. Nasty stuff. With their master's wives when masters were away. So the women getting in on it. Many of these white mistresses used their African male slaves who exhibited great physique and strength. In general, the rape of enslaved men was overlooked because the issue of rape became very gender biased. You just focusing on the black women. Nevertheless, all right, buck breaking. This form of sexual abuse was very popular in the Caribbean. See how they try to shift it away from the United States? See that? You see that? How they trying to get you to look one direction? No. All right. This form of abuse was very popular in the Caribbean, and it involved white supremacists and slave owners as well as merchants raping male slaves in front of the public. So how was it a secret? How is it a secret you raping them in public? Now y'all just left it out the history books. What's this, some CRT? What is this, some critical race theory too? All right. In front of the public to embarrass him and make him feel less of a man. Buck breaking became very popular when slave rebellions had increased. Enslaved men was first stripped naked and flogged in front of a crowd, after which they were raped by white men to serve as a warning to other slaves. On several occasions, enslaved men with family were forced to have sex with each other in front of their family. But y'all think y'all think this stuff is going to go unchecked. Y'all think it's going unpunished. On several occasions, enslaved men with family were forced to have sex with each other in front of their family or were raped in front of their sons. But it's a secret. It's undiscovered. is hidden. Many enslaved men who had gone through the process of buck breaking killed themselves afterward or run away and never return. I said, why not kill the one that did the raping? If you're going to go out, that's just me. But anyway, for the white supremacists, buck breaking either on the ships or on plantation was a way of utterly embarrassing the men and showing dominance. Okay. Page 3. Breeding forms. I went over that in the previous video. The creation of single mothers. I went over this. During the rise of abolitionists who were fighting for the end of slavery, the slave trade drastically reduced. Slave ships were stopped. Slave was helped to escape, and many slaves gained a new form of confidence to rebel, resist, or escape. This placed a huge toll on the slave trade, and plantation owners did not have enough labor to meet the market's demand of their produce. Why not build your own stuff up? Y'all so smart and powerful, you can't build your own country up? They then came out with breeding farms that exploited the sexuality of men. But y'all want to call black men deadbeat dads when this stuff has been forced upon us to have children and leave since slavery. I'm not making no excuse of it. We still should know better, but don't sit there and do all the finger pointing this way. Point back at your own people. Having kids and leaving them. As though we just come up with this before slavery. At breeding farm, healthy and strong enslaved men were forced to have sex with women to get them pregnant. Now you got single mothers right here. Outside of the slave masters raping the women, having children. Now you got the slaves forced to have sex and having children. Here go your single mothers right here. The white slave master did not care if these women were mothers, daughters, or relatives of the men. Incest. They didn't care if the slave was raping his own mama, daughter, and sister, none of that. Okay. But somehow the black man is the most dangerous man on earth. All right. Now, the white slave master, okay, I read that. He was made to have sex with at least 6 women a day to increase the possibility of the number of women who got pregnant. Breeding farm became lucrative business, especially in South America. These people, boy, nevertheless, they had them here. Virginia, I believe, was one of them. Virginia, North Carolina, somewhere over there on the East Coast. It ain't hard to find. Let me see here. These folks, boy, I guess they don't want to offend somebody. Let's see, where is it at? See, I ain't gonna spend too much time over here. But they had them over here. You had breeding farms over here. Virginia, Maryland. There you go, right there. There you go. There you go. There you go. All right, let me see. Let me get back over here. I ain't quite ready for that yet. All right. The term MF was literally explained a male having sex with his mother. These some nasty devils, boy. Many enslaved men who were the heads of breeding farm died of sexual exhaustion. We should think twice, black family. We should think twice about sexual perversion. Castration and gene mutilation. Enslaved men were castrated or sexually mutilated as a form of punishment. Such punishment were meted out to an enslaved man when he was caught in bed with his master's wife or daughter, or said to be married or having an affair with an enslaved woman who is the sexual interest of a merchant or slave master. These acts were also done to take away any form of pride of an enslaved man. Enslaved men who were often the leaders of a group of slaves on a plantation or rebel group were castrated and called women to show the white man's dominance. Let me see here. They were hanging black men and castrating. After they get through hanging them, they castrating black folks. Look, got the children right there. That's why you see some of the pictures with the black man pants down. That's why. Right here, his pants is down. They done castrated him. Right here. Let me see here. Let me click on it. You see his pants hanging down. That's why. Let me see. That's why. Let me get back over here. Let me see. Can I pull this guy that recently did killed in St. Louis? He tried to rule this a suicide. I don't know if it's going to pull it up or not. Yeah, it's pulling his face up. This young man right here was hung and his pants was down. Right here. Ferguson activist. They hung him with his pants down. And that's the tree right there. Police out laughing and going on. Right here. They hung this man with his pants down. But they want to call that a suicide. Okay. All right, let me see. Let me move on. Let's see. I ain't got much to go. One more. Entertaining sex. Making them dance naked and stuff. Okay. Embarrassing. All right, let me see here. It's suspected that J. Edgar Hoover was part of the LGBT community, and he did a number on black folks. He did a number. Okay, what the LGBT community calling out Ed Buck? What the LGBT community? Ed Buck got 10 victims, drug and unconscious. What the LGBT community at? Calling out this predator, saying we don't condone this. When it's black folks, you get silence. NRA, Philando Castile, legal gun owner, silence. Tamir Rice, shot with a toy gun in a state where you can legally walk around with a gun. NRA, silence. Black women missing, black women raped. Me too, silence. Feminists, silence. Stop letting these devils divide us. You are in a disadvantage. You are being discriminated against. You are being targeted because of your skin color. That's the nature of this beast, and that's what this country is built upon. Racism. I done said enough. I'm just making sure. I done said enough. I'm going to end this video. I just want y'all to focus and know when we being messed over. Oh yeah. It don't matter what we do, they want us dead. Ain't no guarantee if you put your head down and say and do nothing. What is guarantee? They're gonna keep doing it. But this way, looking death right in the eye, face to face, we're gonna see who blinks first. Remember, family, it's hard for them to holler suicide and kill, and it's hard for them to holler suicide if you take some of them devils with you. They're gonna have to come up with another lie. They might say you killed them, but they won't holler suicide. They just say they try to kill me, and 2 or 3 of them is dead. They can't holler suicide. Change your thinking. Awaken our people. Share the video in the message, and hit that description box. Let me see, can I put my link tree in the thing, in the comment. And y'all take care. Above all, repent. That's why these things happen. It's in the Bible. Repent. All right. Shalom.